And that's the good news, because Toby's come up with a great idea. Go ahead, Tobe.
Yeah, Toby. Here's our new idea. We do an all-night horror-thon.
No, this is a terrific idea. An all-night horror show. They're big grossers.
Hey, gang, I got a better idea. Why don't we put on a play? We'll convert the old barn into a theater, huh?
Please.
Is there an inherited gene for obnoxiousness?
Hey, it's Ben from 80s Horror Central bringing you another Monster Mash mini review. This time I want to check out a movie that always featured a badass VHS cover and became a video store classic in my youth. Popcorn is a slasher movie from 1991 that pays homage to the William Castle gimmick horror films of yesteryear and features a solid cast and some fun moments.
Wait a minute. What makes you think people are gonna pay $6 to see some crappy old movie they wouldn't even rent for 99 cents?
Because you can't see Mosquito at home in 3D. What's it called?
Projecto-Vision.
A group of film students stage an all-night horror-thon at an abandoned movie theater. An old short film called Possessor, which was made by a dead crazed cult leader, is found at the movie palace. After playing the short film, one by one the students are killed off during the horror festival. The killer seems to be disguising himself as his victims with elaborate special effects. Has the cult leader returned for a deadly encore, or has someone taken their love of horror movies a step too far?
He didn't like being laughed at, so he shot all of Possessor except for the last scene. When he showed the film, he played the last scene live on stage. He murdered his family in front of the audience. Set fire to the theater, locked the doors. A lot of people were killed. I always thought the film went up in smoke too, but I guess a fragment of it survived.
Popcorn is an entertaining if not routine slasher flick. It's fun to see the film pay respects to the sci-fi and horror B-movies of the 50s, as well as the theater gimmicks made popular by William Castle. It lends the film its biggest positive, which is the appreciation of the genre and a throwback to horror history. There's a pretty solid cast here, including Ray Walston, Tony Roberts, Dee Wallace, and even the star of Night Visitor himself, Derek Rydall. Rydall is great here as the bumbling hero, and it's a shame he didn't go on to do more acting.
What are you doing up here? Securing the mosquito. Hey, listen, did you see anybody come into the box office after I left? Mr. Davis. Where'd he go? He just left. Damn it. Well, maybe I could still catch him.
Tina should start eating better. She looks like shit.
The final girl of the film is semi-scream queen Jill Schoelen, who turns in a decent performance. Her character becomes convinced she's the child of the crazed cult leader. She turns in a decent performance and is a likable enough character. The real star of the film, however, is Tom Villard, who some may recognize from Heartbreak Ridge and One Crazy Summer. He co-stars as Toby, the mastermind behind the movie marathon. He also ends up being the deformed killer out for revenge after his mother was killed and he was burned in a theater fire set by the crazed cult leader. Villard is great in the role and turns in a memorable performance. Unfortunately, the actor was battling the AIDS virus during production and passed away a few years later.
I'm Toby. Or nearly Toby. You'll have to forgive the sloppy craftsmanship. Actually, it takes hours every morning to prepare the perfect Toby for the world to see. In truth, I've perfected the quick transition from face to face. Of course, I have to borrow their faces to do it.
You might say.
I'm multi-dentical.
Popcorn features all the cliches you'd expect from the genre. The formula had grown a bit stale at this point, but the film's location of a movie theater is fun, and the story is original enough to be interesting. The gore is pretty minimal and the nudity is non-existent, but the film does feature some decent comedy. A lot of people claim it's a horror comedy, but the film's played straight. It just happens to have some humorous moments. The special effects are well done and the acting is solid.
Hey, man, you're in my seat.
It is the judgment and sentence of this court
Eat shit, asshole.
that for the crime of murder in the first degree,
You want to repeat that, pal?
you, Vernon
Huh?
Rickert, be executed and put to
I
death
said,
in the electric
eat
chair.
shit, asshole.
And may God have mercy on your soul.
The film had a troubled production, with the first director being fired after shooting the 50s movie scenes, and the original lead actress was also fired and replaced by Schoelen. The movie was shot in Jamaica of all places, hence why the film's soundtrack is so exotic at times. The movie was a box office bomb in the US and was released straight to video overseas. Popcorn is an entertaining enough slasher flick that manages to feature some originality and good actors to make it a fun watch.
I'm sorry.
Oh, are you? Well, that makes it all right then. Here, I'll just let you go. You're sorry! Look at me! This is your work. You don't like it, huh? You don't have to look. Don't look. Don't look at me.
Mark!
I want you, Maggie. Right
Mark,
now.
I can't.
Come on, let's go back to my place. I'm dying without you.
Mark, this is the age of safe sex, and sex with you on any level is not safe.
Hey guys and ghouls, Halloween is almost here, so make sure to keep an eye out Wednesday for my not so mini Halloween special. Thanks for watching this October and stay spooky.